just like not sleeping well. I am so proud of myself. I was destroyed. They're so comfy. I'm not drinking energy drinks. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Amber. Welcome if you're a returning subscriber, or welcome if you are new. I am so happy that you are here. We're doing another training week vlog as I try to prepare for running a trail race of some kind. Hopefully an ultramarathon, but we'll see. We'll see where my fitness takes me. I'm starting this on a Tuesday as usual. Mondays are my rest days, and so Tuesday is where we start our week. It's currently the end of the workday and I'm like surprisingly energetic. I don't know. I just like have a lot of energy today. I'm also not drinking caffeine. Wait, that's a lie. I'm not drinking energy drinks. I'm on day 3. Insert applause here. I am very proud of myself. That does not mean I'm not drinking caffeine though. I am drinking caffeine. I'm drinking 4 shots of espresso a day, and then I did have a little Dr. Pepper zero soda for lunch. I've had no energy drinks and I actually feel quite good. I feel like I didn't have a massive crash or anything throughout the day. So we're going to see how long I can keep this up for. This is going to be part of my training. If you've not seen my other training vlog, let me just give you like a little intro into what I am doing. So I was diagnosed with sleep apnea last year and it completely changed my life. I started CPAP therapy. I went on a GLP-1. I've lost 35 pounds so far on my weight loss journey, and I have just gained so much more than that. I have really gotten my life back together, which has been so incredibly amazing, and I've just been enjoying sharing it with you guys on YouTube. When I first started my fitness journey again after going on the GLP-1 and sleep therapy and all that stuff, I was doing a lot of hot yoga classes, Pilates classes, solid core, all that kind of stuff, and I was thoroughly enjoying my time. But as the summer kind of rolled around, I decided that I wanted to like get outside a little bit more and potentially train for a race. I was training for a race 2 years ago that I basically had to completely abandon because I could not train for it because I was so unwell. If you have sleep apnea, you know how detrimental that is to your body. I was basically in a metabolic crisis because of my sleep apnea, which I am now out of, thank God. It really destroyed just my entire system. And so now that I am feeling a lot better, I am super excited to actually start training for something and see my progress. When I was training before, my mile average time was between a 14 and a 15-minute mile. And that was after like a year of consistent running. I just could not build up fitness because my body was so destroyed. Now I have already started running my average paces around 12 and a half miles, which is so crazy, and that's just at a comfortable conversational pace for me. That just gives me so much hope for my training journey and the like what my body can actually physically do. So that's basically what I'm vlogging in these training vlogs, is just like a week of me working out, being a normal person with a normal job. I work 4/10s as a full-time physical therapist, so I am very busy. My training is not perfect. I definitely skip days. I am not someone who sticks to a training plan very well, although maybe this time will be different because I actually feel well. But we're gonna challenge ourselves. This is week 2. We're just going for it. So today is Tuesday. Like I said, I usually do a solid core class on Tuesdays and Fridays. Those are just my preferred days to do a heavier strength training workout, so I'm doing those on Tuesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays are pretty much just an easy run for me. Sometimes I go on the trails. Tuesdays I try to make more of a speed or a workout day. Saturdays are another easy run day, and then Sundays are my long run. So that has been working for me for a little bit. I mean, granted, this is really like my second full week of doing that system, but I really like doing strength training, 2 days running, strength training, 2 days running, and then a day off. I feel like that's been working pretty well for me. So we're sticking to that. I can't film on solid core, so you won't really know like what my strength training is. And I don't even know what today's day is, so I will fill you guys in afterwards. But I'm also super excited because tomorrow is a potluck at work, and I just love potluck days. We typically have them on Wednesdays, and they just hit. It is Thursday. You might be wondering, Amber, what happened to Wednesday? Also, you barely did anything on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, I went to my solid core class. It went great, but it was super late when I get home. On Tuesdays, it's like, I usually get home around like 9 or so, and Dalton made me some salmon. My husband made me some salmon and broccoli, so that was super nice. And then I just literally went straight to bed. And then on Wednesday, I was destroyed. I am starting this training while I'm also trying to kind of detox from caffeine. I drink an obscene amount of caffeine, and I'm really trying not to do that anymore So I am going to continue drinking coffee because that's something I will never give up. It brings me so much joy. So we're just not even going to mess with that. But I have gotten into a really bad habit of having an energy drink every day. And I also feel like sometimes I get more tired after I drink the energy drink. Like I feel great when I'm drinking it, but then, you know, a couple hours later at night, I'm just like not really feeling it anymore, and then I sleep really poorly. So I'm trying to cut out the energy drinks. I am going through a hard detox. I've had like a headache since Tuesday night, basically. Actually, I had a headache on Tuesday too. Yeah, I've been unwell. Yesterday I was unwell. I was also a little bit nauseous and I didn't eat very well throughout the day. So I took yesterday off. Yesterday I had planned a 3-mile run. Today I also have a 3-mile run and it's like an optional workout day. So I think I'm just gonna do 3 to 4 miles, potentially do some strides at the end and then just call it a day. Like I'm not gonna stress about that. I'm gonna be 2 miles short this week, but that's fine. I can make that up later if I want to. Otherwise, we're just gonna be 2 miles short. My style of training is not to be type A. If I am too type A, 1, I get really burnt out and then I just stop having fun. And 2, then I just feel like it's something I'm forcing myself to do instead of something that I'm like actually wanting to do. So I'm a very type B trainee. Hey, that rhymes. But I feel like I see so many people like on TikTok and Instagram and even like YouTube who are so good at following a training plan, like so good. And I am so jealous of them. I have never been like that. I have never been good at following a training plan when it's just like me, myself, and I. If I'm part of like a team sport, that's different. But if I am on my own doing a training plan, it's kind of all over the place because I do allow myself the flexibility of like not doing a workout run day because again, if I just like follow a training plan so strictly, I'm gonna stop having fun. So anyways, that's my vibe. I will likely have many weeks where I'm skipping a workout at some point, and that's just the way it is. That's just the way it's gonna be. So yesterday was that day of the week where I skipped something. I am gonna go on my run today, like I said, for 4 miles and kind of see how I feel, and we're gonna take it from there. I'm wearing this REI, technically it's like a rain jacket, but it's really comfy, and then a Lulu long sleeve Swiftly shirt, and then Lulu leggings. I forgot what kind these are. They're like one of the running leggings. And then I'm trying a new shoe today. These are the New Balance 1080s. It is good to switch up your footwear when you're running. It's not great to just run in the same shoe every day. You can absolutely do that. If that's like, you know, just what's feasible for you in the moment, that's great. If you have the flexibility to switch up your running shoes, it does do you some good because when you wear the same running shoe every time that you run, you're just using the same muscles every single time that you run. When you switch up your footwear, obviously it has to be comfortable. Like those Brooks running shoes I was talking about, not comfortable. I'm not gaining anything from that. I'm actually just hurting myself. That's one thing. But if you're running in shoes, they're gonna stimulate and kind of activate different muscles and challenge you in different ways. And it's really good to have that change in stimuli to your lower extremities. So yeah, we're gonna try out a new shoe today. I've actually had these for a super long time and I wore them once, I think, and I absolutely hated them. And then I never picked them up again. But putting them on my feet right now, like they're so comfy. But yeah, that was like 2 years ago that I ran in these. And again, I've lost 35 pounds. My mechanics are different and you know, I'm just different. So I decided to try them on and so far they're feeling pretty comfy. So we're gonna try wearing these for a little jaunt. I have my strap in my water bottle, so I'm just gonna put water in here. And then I also have a belt around my waist, although it is for my phone, but I think I can fit my phone just in my pocket in my pants. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. My leggings have pockets, that's why I like these ones. But I never gave you guys like a review, I guess, of the flip belt. I do think I got a size too big. I got an extra large. I should have definitely gotten a large or even potentially a medium, but I like that there's so many different like pockets. My phone fit perfectly in here. It didn't slide out. It stayed on my waist really well and it didn't shift at all. So yeah, I'll link this down below, but it was a good purchase. I'm glad I have this. And then my only qualm with the Ultimate Direction strap, this is the like hydration strap, is that when your water starts to get low, you have to constantly be like readjusting the strap because it fits differently around the water bottle, obviously, because it's not full anymore. So that was the only thing I was struggling with, was I felt kind of like I was having to like fiddle around with it a little bit more than I wanted to. But we're gonna try it again today and kind of see how it goes. So anyways, let's get running because I want to get this over with. I'm not gonna lie. Come on. I am back from my run. I ended up doing 4 miles and then I took the dogs for a half-mile walk. I was so speedy today. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I felt fantastic the entire run. I ran the entire time. I did not walk at all, which I'm so proud of myself, not gonna lie. But let me look at my little stats. Ran 4 miles in 47 minutes. My average pace was 11:44 per mile, which is the fastest I have ever run as an adult. I think. I truly think, and like feeling good, you know, not like, but I like felt really, really good. Guys, hold on, this is really serious, Mia. My average heart rate was 164. Okay, average heart rate was 164, average pace 11:44. My whole workout time was 47 minutes. Distance was 4 miles. I am so proud of myself. Like, I don't think I've ever run that fast as an adult, much less felt that good running. Like, I just felt like I could go and go and go, and it just felt great. It felt so fun. Like, this is, I feel like, how running is supposed to feel. Not like you're dying, you know? Like, usually in the past when I would run, I would come home and just like be like, I can't move. I need to lay supine for a really long time. And I have so much energy right now. Like, I took the dogs for a walk. I'm gonna make dinner on a weeknight. What? I'm so excited. Literally the second I stopped filming, she stopped squeaking the toy. Oh, and now she started again. Crispy. I just got the inspiration to do like a turkey bacon shrimp scampi. Is that what we're gonna call it? What's a scampi? Does anyone know what a scampi is? I'm calling it a scampi because it feels right. But I'm just gonna God, I can't talk. I'm just gonna thaw out some turkey bacon, and then also I'm going to thaw out my shrimp before I like fully cook it, just because I don't want the water from the shrimp to get into my sauce slash mixture of scampi, you know? Sunday, guys. I think the last time I updated you was Thursday, so let's do a little recap. Friday I had my solid core class. It went great. I had a fantastic time. We did some new moves, which I really liked, and yeah, it just went great. I basically came home and I ate dinner and then went to bed, so nothing too exciting. Friday night into Saturday, I slept so bad. I was waking up in the middle of the night with like nightmares, and then I just like could not go back to sleep. So that really threw a wrench in my morning plans, because my intention was to get up, go for a run, well, do my little morning routine, go for a run, and then I had to go get my eyebrows plucked at 11:45. So I was planning on doing my run prior to that, but because I was so tired, I was like, I think I'm gonna try to maybe like sleep a little bit more and then do my run in the afternoon. I got into doing my nails before my eyebrow appointment, and that turned into a terrible long experience that I basically ended up having to take all of my nails off. And then I went to my eyebrow appointment, and then I was really tired after that because I had tried to fall asleep before in the morning and I didn't. So then after my eyebrow appointment, I was like, I am so tired. I need to like take take the rest of my nails off that I didn't get off before my appointment. And then I laid on the couch and I ended up taking a nap. And then we had dinner plans that were an hour away. So we ended up going to that. So the day just kind of got away from me, and it all stemmed from my sleep. So I didn't end up running yesterday. I had 3 miles on the docket. So technically I am 4.5 miles. Yeah, 4.5 miles behind what I'm supposed to run for the week. Not great. It's not great at all. Not too happy about that. I really feel like I need to get better about planning out my weekends. Like I need to time block my weekends. Basically like I time block my normal work days and get better about doing that, because I've said this before, but when I have work, I am much more inclined to stick to my rigid schedule, and I'm much more apt to actually perform and do my workouts. Now that's not true every single day. Like I said on Wednesday, I had a horrible day sleeping that day too. So there's something just like not sleeping well, and clearly that's affecting my ability to exercise / even like want to get out the door to do that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's where we're at. I think I also just need to get better about kind of pushing through that discomfort or those moments of tiredness and just like do it anyways. So I do feel like I need to get better about being a little bit more disciplined, but I thought so many times, okay, well, we're just gonna scrap this week's vlog, but I want to share this part of it too, because I think that's really important. You know, like not every training plan is gonna go perfectly, and I think you can relate that to anything in life. Like any goal that you're reaching, if you're studying for a big exam, or you know, you're trying to get into a college or something like that, and you have this rigid schedule of something that you're doing, you will likely not hit every single one of those goals, you know, or every single one of those planned study sessions, or every single one of those planned workouts. And that's okay. And I think that so many of us don't follow through on our goals because we miss a thing here or there. Now, granted, this is the second week in a row I've missed a workout. And this week I actually missed 2 workouts, so that's not great. And I do want to get better at that, but I think part of the kind of process of going through a training plan or training for any kind of a race is like figuring that out too. You know, I'm only on my second week of actual official training, if you will. I still feel like I'm trying to get into my groove when it comes to the workouts and everything like that. I'm contemplating whether tomorrow I should add in a run, because tomorrow is Monday. It's supposed to be my rest day. And initially when I had made this kind of training plan, I was very adamant about not making up workouts on my rest day, because in the past when I've done that, I just feel like it throws the rest of my week off, because then I don't actually get a rest day when I have it planned, and I'm kind of trying to make it up later on in the week. And then if I, you know, don't feel good on Wednesday or something, I'm like, well, I worked on Monday, so, you know, it kind of just like snowballs, and I don't actually stick to my training plan very well. I am more inclined to do it this week only because I only work 3 days this week because I have Tuesday off. So I could potentially add in like a 4-mile run tomorrow, and I really don't have anything to do tomorrow. Like it's a pretty chill day, and same thing with Tuesday. I have the day off of work because I have a doctor's appointment, but like the rest of the day is pretty chill. So I could do that, and I feel like that would still keep me on track because I'm not, you know, I'm only working 3 days. So I think I might end up doing that so I can at least make up some of the miles that I missed. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna go for my run soon.
Well, Max doesn't care about your run or your filming. He has a big smile on his face.
Did you guys just hear that? Hi, babies. Mommy's gonna go for her run because she didn't run yesterday and she was supposed to.
Okay. I'll let you be. I close the door.
Okay. We're gonna get ready to go for a run. I have 5 miles on my docket for today. Depending on how I feel, I might go a little farther since I didn't run yesterday, just to make up a couple of those miles too, but we'll kind of see. I did so much laundry throughout the week and I didn't put it away, and it's all on the floor. So I'm gonna try to figure out something to wear in here. I do know I want to wear my Aloe. These are a short, obviously. They're not a pant. These are the Aloe something short. I think it's like Airstream or Air something. I'll have them linked down below, but I really love this like lavender color. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna wear those. I really prefer to wear some kind of like a longer biker short when I'm doing longer runs, just because sometimes I feel like getting really sweaty and stuff in the long run, I chafe a little bit more, and these help to prevent that. So I'm gonna wear those. I could just probably wear like a bra. Yeah, I think I might end up doing that. And I do think I'm gonna put a hat on. I forgot I had this purple one. This will match my shorts. Boom. Okay, I went with a full purple fit. We've purple hat. This is a Lululemon. I think it's like a cropped or a long line high neck energy bra. If they still make this one, I'll link it down below, but I love it because it's basically like a shirt, but it's a bra. And then I have my Aloe shorts. This is my Solomon vest. I don't remember what it's called, but it was a Courtney Dauwalter limited edition one, so they don't make this particular colorway I don't think anymore, but they do still make like the vest itself, so I'll have that linked down below as well. And then I need some socks. Okay, we're gonna have to go with 2 different socks. These are both the Belega Hidden Comfort, I believe. Oh, this one actually might not be a Hidden Comfort. I'd like the Hidden Comfort and the blister prevention ones. This one is definitely a blister prevention one. I've gotten all of my Belega socks on Amazon. Okay, yeah, we're going with these 2 mismatched socks. I ended up doing 6 miles. I ran the entire time, except when I had a slight cramp in my right oblique. And I am so happy with myself and with life. Mile 5 was definitely the hardest. I was having like a cramping situation going on in my side, and my legs were feeling really heavy because I went up a hill, and then after that they were just like, yeah, peace out, we're not gonna work anymore. So that was a push, that was a grind, but we did it. I just kept telling myself every time I wanted to walk, I took a sip of water. That helped a lot. And then I would just tell myself, get to this landmark, get to that landmark, and it actually worked. The Asics shoes that I was wearing, the Gel Nimbus, chef's kiss, those are absolutely my favorite shoes, by far, by far. They're so comfortable. My toes don't squish underneath each other. I don't get any issues with my Achilles. I do feel like my feet occasionally like cramp up, but it's more like muscle fatigue cramping. It's not like, ooh, these are not fitting right type of cramping. You know what I mean? The last thing I just want to wrap up with is when I was running around like mile 4, I think I got a runner's high. I think I've only gotten one like maybe 1 or 2 other times in my entire life, but I swear, you know, like you get the tingly sensations and you're just like euphoric. I got that sensation and I was just thinking, Amber 2 years ago, or heck, even like 6 months ago, dreamed of this moment, like dreamed of being able to run continuously under 12-minute miles for 4-6+ miles. And I just did that. I just ran 6 miles continuously under a 12-minute pace. That's gonna wrap up this week of training, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!